Good morning, Thailand. Hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. Time and temperature check. It is 0600 plus 28 minutes. 6:28 a.m. on Friday. Friday before the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's already Friday in Thailand. Maybe still be Thursday night where you are, but it's Friday here. February the 9th, and the temperature with a nice steady sea breeze is 79 degrees Fahrenheit. For those of you that are Celsius people, you can do the conversion on that. How's the stream? Do we have any audio? Are we making any rookie mistakes this morning? This is Teacher Thomas, aka Scott Thomas South, on YouTube and at Teacher Thomas Thailand. We are live streaming from the upper deck of the open mic, Chang, Rayong, Thailand. Got a little palm tree in your view there with the sunrise. I was a little late going live because I've been busy since about, 3:30 a.m. Making homemade sauces and refining recipes for rubs of various meats, and also doing different types of brine recipes. So there's a big process in getting established and having consistency in your product. So we're methodically and slowly putting things together here at the open mic. Now we get a lot of people that remember our breakfast very, very well, and some say, now this is just reviews from other people, right, customers, that our biscuits and gravy was absolutely the best they've ever had, not just here in Thailand, but even going back to the States. So we get people, when are you going to start putting out some breakfast? And the whole point of this restructuring, reopening, is more online sales. So I want to get the entrees, and it's not an extensive menu, right? It's just a simplified menu of mostly pork and some seafood. Beef is very hard to come by here in Thailand. We might add some smoked beef later, but so, you're talking ribs and hams and smoked bacon, sliced, vacuum sealed, all this kind of stuff. Sealed, vacuum sealed, refrigerated, frozen, ready to sell. So we want to kind of get that established and get that menu on our webpage, which is Meta business page on Facebook for now, and then have that menu with some price structure, and people can order things that are prepared and ready to sell. After that, we will start producing some of the breakfast that we get a lot of demand for. We are at some point going to do individual orders of biscuits and gravy. Of course, the biscuits will all be vacuum sealed unless, somebody just orders a hot meal or something like that. But typically, if somebody wanted to order our biscuits and gravy, the biscuits would be vacuum sealed in 3 or 4 packs of biscuits, and then the gravy would be sold separately in a food grade container, sealed right, that will refrigerate for several days. So that'll be the kind of thing. But then the breakfast sandwiches, the biscuit sandwiches, things like that, we can put those completely together, right? Like sausage and bacon, egg and cheese, all the different kinds of breakfast biscuit sandwiches that people are aware of, with different types of sausage, spicy, mild, Italian, right? So those kind of things can be all put together, nice little sandwiches, vacuum sealed, again 3 or 4 packs, something like that, and frozen, right? So you think of a Jimmy Dean or other products where you buy breakfast sandwiches that are already frozen. And of course, I'm pretty good at pancakes too, and we probably will do, if those of you that are familiar with breakfast sandwiches, especially McDonald's, they call them McGriddles. Basically, a substitute for the biscuit is 2 pancakes, right? It's a different style of pancake. It's made to hold together a little better for sandwich purposes. So those will be available too. So you'll have a maple flavored sausage with with a McGriddle, right, with a pancake sandwich. So all those things can be prepared, vacuum sealed, refrigerated, and frozen for sale. But it's so easy for us to do that because we already have the menu, right? We already have the recipes. That's something that's long established, is our breakfast sandwiches, right? And the biscuits, like I say, biscuits and gravy are a huge, huge hit. So that'll be easy to do after we get established with this restructuring of more of a wholesale, not a retail, right? People aren't just going to be dropping by every day and buying a, you know, half order of ribs or a hot meal of ribs, right? It's not what we're going to do. We're going to kind of do it the other way on the smoked meats, right? Not in-person dining. And then, you know, the breakfast stuff will be easy. So for those of you that are still craving biscuits and gravy, you know, wondering what in the heck are we doing with this Kansas City barbecue business, well, that's the story, and we're sticking to it, okay? So be patient with us because there's a lot of intricacies in establishing these recipes. I've got an aunt that's 92 years old now, and I actually had to converse with her going back to Rosedale in Kansas City, Kansas, the original barbecue city of Kansas City. So, you know, I wanted to make sure I got things accurate, and then I've got to do a lot of trial and error. I've been smoking some chicken wings so that I can taste the different flavors of the Thai fruit smoking woods that I'm not knowledgeable about. So, you know, chicken wings are perfect to infuse the different types of smoked wood and get that flavor sample. You know, eat a nice citrus orange before you start sampling and get your palate clean so you can kind of taste the different woods. I've got multiple different types of smoking wood on hand already. I've got 2 different types of Thai charcoal on hand already. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into flavor building and infusion before you finalize exactly how you're going to do it. And the chicken wings really are good for that. And then when I start to do large quantities of ribs, I've already got everything established. The rubs are finalized, right? You've got various rubs for different types of meat. You got fish and seafood rubs, you got chicken rubs, and then you got the ultimate, you know, pork rib rub. So pork rib rub is finalized. Really happy with that. So smoker's fantastic. It's a huge box, and I can do low smoke or low heat smoke. I can do higher heat smoke. Really easily regulated. Very, very well done. But, that's kind of where we're at. Just wanted to throw that out there. Like I say, been busy all morning, so I looked up several times and saw just absolutely golden, beautiful sunrise, and we've lost that now. It's a lot of thick gray clouds, but anyway, I thought I'd go live and check in with you guys and update you what's going on here at the open mic, and you know, get the word out that we will, I promise, at some point, not too distant future, have the breakfast items for sale again. Now, we were never a lunch or dinner restaurant, so we didn't have any menus created for that stuff. So the lunch and dinner stuff will obviously be the smoked meats and things like that. And then at some point we will also cater our smoked meats with sides, right? Slaw and beans and all the kind of sides that you serve with American barbecue. And we'll cater that stuff hot at some point, but this is the phase of getting everything finalized and established. So anyway, I should have checked in with the chat before now, but I think according to my stream health here, we should be golden. All right, Sue Rowan's in the house. Rana in the house. Hello, Rana. Good morning. Rana's the first one in. Hey, Rana. Good morning. Rana's in Bangladesh, so it's morning for him too. Gary's in the house. Good morning, Gary. Gary's down under in Australia. One of my favorite gentlemen from Australia. Good morning, and I believe they are 3 hours ahead of us, so it's 9:37 a.m. in that region, the Gold Coast. Sue Rowan, as always, in the house. Thank you, Sue. Beautiful morning. Yes, beautiful morning. We kind of lost it now, but that's all right. We still got a good view. I'll show you guys around a little bit. We're streaming with the GoPro Hero 9. The old beat up flew off my head on a cap mount, ball cap mount. I flew off my head on the test drive of Nam Yen's brand new Honda Giorno scooter coming home on the very first drive. And yeah, so tough little camera, guys, and it's seen its better days. Trust me, if you could see what it looks like, you'd be like, that thing's still streaming? Yeah, we're just streaming with it on the GoPro app on the smartphone here, and you know, it's a really good deal. Now I've got all the premium membership accounts with GoPro, right? So if you're thinking about doing a little live streaming on Facebook or whatever platform you use, and you want to try out your GoPro, you can do it on the old 5s or the old 8s. Any GoPro that's working, you would need to download the GoPro Quick app, and I don't think you need a full-blown membership, but I think there is some annual fee for streaming through the app. But it seems to work pretty good because it's only 720p, but if I do that low 720p from the smartphone, the resolution is much poorer than it is with the GoPro. So anyway, I'll be able to move you around a little bit because the GoPro, as most people know, has built-in stabilization. That's got you sitting on the ledge of the upper deck here, but I'll show you around a little bit as we close out. Not going to go long. Just thought I'd bring you guys the beautiful sunrise, which, like I say, now we've kind of maxed out, but it'll get golden when that sun gets up above those puffy gray cumulus clouds here. This time of year in Thailand is typically the beginning of the burning season, really, or more kind of towards the peak, I might even say, by mid-February, late February for sure. All over Southeast Asia, all the bordering countries, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, everywhere around, right? They burn rice straw crops, and they burn sugarcane crops after the harvest, right? So there's a lot of regulation stuff being implemented in Thailand, but it is what it is, right? So we're lucky here in Rayong. Now, last year was a pretty rough year for air index, and you can download the app or you can just Google search it, and you can usually find live indicators of the air index, right? The pollution, not necessarily pollution quality, but it's a combination of everything. It's more like a breathing quality. But here in Rayong, especially, we're only 1 kilometer from the coast here, we get a lot of onshore winds. So obviously over the Gulf of Thailand, and we're looking at the big Gulf here, not the Bay of Bangkok, right? Not the skinnier part, but the actual wide open Gulf all the way to Gulf Samui there, Samui Island, right? From here to Samui, it's just nothing but wide open Gulf. Well, that's a lot of distance. So when you're getting those prevailing winds down here at the breathing level, you know, at the ground level, now the upper winds might be bringing all kinds of crap in from Cambodia, coming the other way, but the lower winds really help. So far this year we haven't been too bad. I think our highest day right here in Ban Chang, and we have a meter right here at one of our international schools. They've got an actual thermometer or meter there that reads the index, so it's very, very local count. I think we got up to about 100, which is definitely unhealthy, but not in the really high risk areas. So it's that time of year, you know, people that have underlying respiratory issues, asthma, COPD, emphysema, those kind of things, they do suffer. And you know, the further you get into urban areas, you know, Pattaya City, Bangkok, Chiang Mai, big urban areas, the more you're going to have problems, right? Because not only do you have the overall Southeast Asia upper burning, you know, air pollution from fires, then you have the local urban pollution that kind of gets trapped because of the ceiling that gets created. There's a really heavy ceiling this time of year. So if you're in an area where you get a lot of coastal breeze locally, you can be in a lot better shape. And surrounding you, like getting out here to Rayong City or the Mapaput industrial area, may have quite a bit higher index than we do just right here locally. So if you look at the live maps, you'll see a lot of variation. You can see some areas that are in the green, which is like good, right? Very healthy air at the lower levels. And then not too far away will be orange or yellow, right? So it can be very localized depending on the airflow. So we're pretty lucky right here. But last year I know was a really bad year for our area too. I mean, it got where you couldn't even see the hills in the distance at all. So they discourage you to exercise outdoors or, you know, vigorous exercise where you're breathing in a lot, right? Bicyclists, runners, that kind of thing. So, but again, people are smart, and you can really kind of be your own indicator of what's going on at ground level, the air that you're breathing in. So the index level may be higher at a little higher level, but especially athletes, which I'm not, that cycle and run a lot, they're a pretty good judge of what the ground air is like. So they're not gonna, if it's really, really hazy down low here, and some of you can even taste it sometimes, right? Especially when I'm up here on the upper balcony. If the wind wasn't blowing and it was really a 120, 140 kind of index day, you could, it's definitely noticeable, right, in your mouth and your nose, and you're like, whoa, right? So those are the days that you don't want to, hyperventilate and get a lot of cardio exercise, right? They caution against that. So for those of you that didn't know that, I mean, that is one of the cons, as they say, pros and cons. There's so many pros to living in Thailand. Number one is always, summer all year long. That's the main reason that people move to the tropics, whether it be Central South America, the islands, Southeast Asia, any other regions that are summer all year long, so you don't have to deal with all the changing of the seasons. That's kind of the number one draw. And then, of course, there's a lot of other things specific to Thailand that I think are positives, right? Especially the very low stress lifestyle once you get kind of assimilated. Oh yeah, and happy Chinese New Year. And we do not like it. This is our least favorite holiday of the year because we have 4 dogs that do not like all the fireworks. But hey, cheers to the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year. It's going to go on for today, tomorrow, Sunday, probably into Monday. Be fireworks and stuff going off everywhere. So Nami and I will be staying pretty close to home. We'll venture out and about, but not too far away because, like I say, our dogs, especially Jake, big baby Jake, scared of his own shadow. Yeah, we got to stick around and make sure they're not, sticking their nose underneath the fence somewhere or getting all freaked out over the fireworks, right? You can't keep them in the kennels with all that stuff going on because they'll just absolutely try to destroy a kennel or maybe even bloody up their own paws. I mean, I don't blame them. I don't particularly like it either. And it goes on all day and late into the night. But cheers. I mean, I got a lot of experience teaching Chinese children, so I know the whole tradition and everything that associated with the New Year and the dragon story, right? So, happy to, and there's a lot of, Chinese ancestry within the Thai people. I mean, they're 100% Thai for several generations. They've been born in Thailand, but, their ancestors, a lot of them come from China, right? And they keep those traditions, and they have their Chinese temples and their red lanterns hang in their shops, and right, there's a lot of that here, and I have a lot of respect for their culture, and I understand it really, really well because, like I say, I was teaching Chinese students online for several years actually, just a part-time gig, but I got to the point where I was training other teachers who wanted to work online. Now it's teaching them English, but you have to cover all of the stories, right? All of the cultural holidays and stuff like that. In China, you have to teach that in English, So anyway, yeah, it's a good weekend to stay at home in Thailand. And of course, instead of Super Sunday, Super Bowl, in Thailand we have Super Monday, because the Super Bowl will be broadcast here live. It'll be Monday morning, so there'll be a lot of people out and about by then. All the sports pubs will be full, and house parties and everything else. The Super Bowl is a big deal here in Thailand, not just with the Americans, but there's a lot of English and European owned sports bars that have it on almost every screen, right? So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a lot of options of where I might go, but thinking I might just do a little house party. Yeah, I've got an invitation to a house party on that, so, but I haven't decided yet. I'll definitely be watching the game live, of course. Go Kansas City. For those of you who don't know, born and bred Kansas City myself. So been a Chiefs fan back when it wasn't cool at all. It wasn't cool at all. You know, the Bell Brother years and all that shit, all through the 70s, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, looking forward to Super Bowl 58, and it's always easy for me to remember what Super Bowl we're on, because the Super Bowl is my kid brother. Super Bowl was born 1 year after me. So I'm always going to be older than the Super Bowl. 1 year older than the Super Bowl. Everybody's like, what Super Bowl is it this year? 58. How do you know? Because I'm 59. Anyway, thanks for joining, guys. Dave Udon in the house. Dave, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't jump in on live streams or follow much YouTube either. I have put out a crap ton of content recently. I'm pretty much caught up with everything I had in the queue. Pretty much all the recent videos, and unless they were live streamed, was pre-recorded stuff. The In the Garden series, the shopping out in Rayong was way back in Christmas. You know, I had stuff in the queue, and I pretty much got caught up on all that. Good to see you, Dave Udon. You know, my wife's from Udon, and yeah, we lived up there for a couple of years in Nang Bua Lampu, which is just outside of Udon, borders Udon province. And my wife's the youngest of 9 children, so she's got a ton of brothers and sisters up there in the rural area, not in the city of Udon, but in the rural area of Udon province. My wife owns a house and a nice piece of land up there. Her sister owns even more land. Could have lived up there, right? Would have been cheaper and all that, but it just wasn't for me. You know, if I had a choice, I wanted to live near the sea. Being a Midwestern person from Kansas City, you know, want to live the dream and be in the tropics. Why not be by the ocean? And of course, Nam Yen, you know, would follow me anywhere, so it didn't matter to her. She's close with her brothers and sisters, some more than others, as all of us are, but it wasn't important at all. I mean, she didn't. Matter of fact, there's a lot of stuff that goes on up in the rural areas of Udon Thani that are a little sketchy. So, yeah, she loves living here in Ban Chang. But thanks, Dave Udon. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Tyron's in the house. G'day, Tyron. Good morning, brother. Tyron's making big plans and got a lot of aspirations about, you know, being more permanent over here in Thailand. He's been in and out of Thailand for 17 years. And a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, things that are becoming very trendy and popular here in Thailand. So good to see you, Tyron. Looking forward to seeing you in Thailand. Aussie Thai Bangkok, guys. ATB, not to be confused with ATM. Okay, ATB in the house. One of the most interesting men I've ever met in Thailand, and a true friend that gave me advice early on, after I had done a lot of collaboration and networking and thought I needed to be in a YouTube community. And you know, you don't know what's going on. You're just like, just started a YouTube channel. You're like, oh, this is what people do, right? This is, people go see other YouTubers and go do it, right? But he was one of those guys that took me aside and spoke to me directly, bluntly, as the Aussies are known to do. Oi, 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 Aussie. And I really appreciated it. He's a very knowledgeable man. Over 35 years experience, I believe, here in Thailand. Thai family. Very good guy, very well established. And, you know, when you meet people like that, you better have your ears open. Don't be full of yourself. And I was a little bit at that time, because I was a YouTubing. I was getting into the game of YouTubing, and that meant I needed to be friends with all these other YouTubing people. But, you know, live and learn. I don't have anything against other YouTubers. It just, to me, it's like I've never done that before. People I meet, the circles I hang out with, are by chance or just by real world introductions from other people. I mean, you know how you normally get to know people and decide you want to, call it collaborate, network, or just become more of an acquaintance and actually become friends. In the real world, there's a process for that, right? You know, you're not like taking interviews or going to meetups. Right? So Anyway, ATV, I really appreciated you back then. I still appreciate you, and it was a, it was a good wake up call. It's like, yeah, some of these people I'm associated with, really, we have nothing in common. Nothing at all in common, other than the YouTube channel. So, anyway, thank you, Aussie Thai Bangkok. Really appreciate you. Hope you and your family are doing well. I'm sure I'd heard from you if you weren't. I'm sure I would have heard. Oh, Rana wants to invite everybody to Bangladesh. I'd love to come visit that country. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have watched Kurt Kaz. Rana, I don't know if you know Kurt Kaz. Kurt with a K, okay? K-U-R-T. Just search Kurt on YouTube and he'll pop up because he's got, I believe, almost 3 million followers now. This guy is huge. South African, young, good-looking guy, smart guy, avoids tourist areas. All the travel that he does, he's very fluent in Spanish, so he does a lot in South America and Central America. There we go. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Lunar New Year, everyone. But Kurt is he's one of those guys that avoids tourist areas and goes into dangerous, what many people would refer to as dangerous areas, goes into areas where really white men are not seen. So, Rana, follow Kurt Kaz. He had a recent video, just really new video, where he's in Bangladesh. So, I'd love to visit. Love to visit. Sue says, Rana, have watched some YouTube videos. Sue's saying the same thing I was. Hey, York PA's in the house. Cheers to Pennsylvania. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm sure you are, you and your beautiful family. Hope you're all well in the Triple T. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that comment. York says, hope you're all well in the Triple T YouTube family. I love that. Love that. I'd rather be regarded as a small channel that has a YouTube family of people that, that always are welcoming to new people that happen to come into a live chat or, reply to people's comments on uploads and stuff. It feels like family to me. And I tell you what, and Nam will tell you the same thing. We have met some very, very good people through this YouTube channel. Here in Thailand. They came here specifically, would not have known about us if it weren't for YouTube, right? So, and I'm talking quality people, man. So these are the kind of people that can stay here. We don't have a bed and breakfast license, but we can have friends stay the night, right? We got 2 spare bedrooms, both have upper decks, one facing the sunrise, one facing the sunset. So we have met people that we've already gotten to know so well. I mean, they're not subscribers, they're not unknown people on YouTube. They are like family because, they're just great people. You can just tell. And we've spent, FaceTime with them, real world, having dinners, doing things together, going to see things here in Rayong. Namian and I like to play tour guide a little bit, especially with new arrivals once we get to know them, right? And then other people have homes in this area that we've met. And it's just been great, man. It's just been great. So I appreciate that comment, York, because to me, that's what it's all about, if you're going to be out there on social media, and YouTube is, like the biggest platform for people that are searching for content related to something that they have planned. So anyone that has planned on visiting Thailand, especially relocating to Thailand, living over here as an expatriate, no matter what country you're from, they're going to find our channel pretty valuable. There's a lot of content there and I just think that because we're not doing it for clicks, likes, views, selling merchandise, all that shit, right? We're not trying to do any of that. We're an expat channel. We're never going to get, a viral video, or we're just probably not, but the comment that York PA made, that to me, that's it right there. That's the reward, is the friendships and the real family feel that we have. And I do these spontaneous live streams. If I wanted to try to increase my live stream views, hell, I'd, schedule this shit, 1 day a week at the same time and try to get big, live viewers and get more push with the, it's just not about that. It's about being real. And the people I think that have watched this channel, I know for sure that people have watched this channel for 3 or 4 years now. They know exactly who Triple T and Nam Yen are. There's nothing that anyone can tell them that would change their mind. Period. End of story. Now, that doesn't mean that your humble host hasn't made a lot of mistakes on YouTube, because I have, right? We all get passionate about things, and especially when it comes to my wife's business and protecting that interest and her future. You know, when they started going after all that, then Triple T got his ass hairs up, right? And, you know, didn't look like the gentleman that he truly is, because, yeah, I got a temper and everything, but, you know, hell, I'm almost 60. If I haven't learned how to not control it, then something's wrong, right? So normally everything's pleasant, everything's positive. You know, new people come into the channel, if they click on any video and watch it, because there's nothing there that's dramatic or poignant or any of that, right? It's just positive, you know, promotion, marketing of businesses, showing events. So, you know, I'm proud of where the channel has ended up, and we don't have any blocked accounts. I've mentioned this before. You know, they're not bothering us. I mean, we still get, you know, 75% thumbs up on a lot of our videos. So, you know, a lot of them are coming in and, you know, just dropping thumbs down and clicking on and clicking off to give us this short view duration, right? And try to hurt the channel. And then we've got a group of about 20 that subscribe with a new video, and then they wait 10 days, and then they all unsubscribe again. So they think like they're hurting the channel, but we ignore it all, right? And what's great is they're not making comments, they're not coming in and messing with us. So, but you know, occasionally I'll have to remove a comment from a vlog, but not very often. And I just remove it. I don't block them. So anyway, that's the update on the channel. It's all settled into where exactly what I hoped it would be. You know, back when I had no experience. And really, a big turning point was with Aussie Thai Bangkok, and I'll tell you the whole story if you come visit, like where him and I were at the time, what I was getting ready to do for like big exposure with other YouTubers. Like I was on the verge of doing something pretty big with collaborations and stuff. So he's the man that put wisdom in my ear on that day, and it was a big moment, and made me realize, wow, why haven't I thought of that? You're right, I'm meeting with a lot of people that in the real world, it might be an acquaintance, but there would be no desire to establish, because we have nothing in common. It's not that they're bad people, it's completely different than me, right? So he's the guy. And then, like I say, York's a longtime viewer, and I don't expect people to watch all the damn content, right? People watch what they want to watch, but Sue, of course, and Gary, and Tyron, and so many people that have been around forever, and we really appreciate you guys, because it is directly associated with the business. Look, hey, I'm up at 3:30 in the morning making barbecue sauce, right? And now I get a little live stream for my YouTube viewers, right? So we got stuff going on, right? I'm going to be bringing some content of, you know, English second language instruction through music, right, with the kids out at Ann School. So there's a lot of stuff, but right now, you know, I've got a lot of irons in the fire, and I'm very methodical about, you know, like I say, the intricacies of all these recipes have to be finalized. I've got to get this done, right? So a lot of stay-at-home time and all that right now, but I always think of you guys. When I see a beautiful sunrise like that, I'm like, let's bring the YouTube audience in and update them on everything. But we appreciate it, York, and I appreciate all you guys responding to each other in the chat, right? Because it really means a lot. Oh, thank you. Sue says you are the best person I ever met in my life. Oh no, that's Rana. Okay, Rana. Well, thank you. I'm glad you feel like you've met me, even though in the physical face-to-face we haven't. But I mean, if you get that feeling from watching the videos, or especially a live stream like this, then that's what it's all about. You know? I've said it many times. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. My entire life, there's only one thing really about a person's personality. If they have this quality and it's like out front, I just can't stand, and it's called phony. I just can't stand somebody's phony, you know. And you know, I promise to never be that way. Like somebody turns their back to me, they're not going to get a middle finger that I wouldn't have gave them to their face. I mean, that's just bullshit. When somebody's not around, I'm still the same person. You know, I'm not gonna do that. And I know so many people, and it's not like, you know, they're intentionally, maliciously, you know, being a different person when they're not around. It's just kind of their nature. It's like, you know, they are who they are when they're around this person. When they're around that person, they're different. And when they, you know, to me, it's just phony as hell. And I can tolerate almost any other. I can tolerate ego. I could tolerate alpha males, which I'm not an alpha male. I mean, I can tolerate a lot of different personalities. I've always said I never liked a drunk man when I'm sober, or a sober man when I'm drunk. But that was when I was a younger man. I used to fight a lot and shit, right? That was one of those old saying. Problem is now I'm never drunk, so obviously I'm gonna like sober people all the time. No, I like drunk people too. But you know, it's one of those things. It's like there's certain things that you can't tolerate, and you know, even when I'm sober as a judge, and everybody around me is sober as a judge, I just can't hang with phony people. To me, it's pretty easy to spot. I'm sure all of you feel the same way. Like, we know these kind of people, you know. And so, look, people can say whatever they want to about you. You got an online presence. You know, you got all these stigmatas from other people that happen to be on this same platform of YouTube or whatever, that try to typecast me as, you know, something I'm not. Anybody that knows me, or right here in Banjang that know me personally, or a lot of you folks that know me personally just because of so much content on YouTube. I mean, how can you not really know? Everybody will tell you I'm genuine. Period. End of story. Look, you may not like him, but he's genuine. He's not phony. You know, he never came to me and been any different than he is every day I see him. You know, that's just who I am. So, we all make mistakes and we all have errors, but yeah, I've never been accused of being a phony. Never. Not even by my enemies that know me. They might come up with something else, but phony is not one of them. So, I appreciate you guys. I am going to go ahead and close it out, see if we can do a little bit of a walk around. So you've been busy. Kind of turn this around for a second. Say hello to you folks. We are on linear view, so we are closer. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Like I say, don't have anything to queue right now, so I'll be taking some footage. Got some great invitations to some brand new open businesses. I'm gonna jump into some 5-minute reviews and stuff for you. Got other things that I have ideas about that's gonna be fresh new content for the channel, so stay tuned. The video onslaught flooding YouTube with a lot of videos. We'll probably back down to 1 or 2 a week. We'll hit you on the weekends, either with a live stream. Planning on doing quite a bit of motor live stream because we do have the good microphone system working now with the GoPro, so gotta make sure the idiot remembers to turn the microphone on it. So we'll do some motor live stream. Those I think are pretty popular. We'll do those on the weekends, probably Saturday mornings. Right now, no, because Chinese New Year and all that. But and then the new upload content that I've got coming that I think you'll enjoy, kind of fresh, Thailand related, informational aspects of things. Maybe once a week, no more than twice. You know, new videos. So, all right, guys. Chef Thomas, I'll show you around a little bit. We're streaming from the hotspot here. I didn't connect to the Wi-Fi because oftentimes when I get away from the router, it can get a little buffery. And like I say, I've always got a lag on my end. So to give you an idea, you know, the beaches, you can see that tall white condo building to the left of the cell tower. That is on the beach, right? So literally, if the trees were cut a little shorter, you could see the ocean on this second story. But if you built a third story, this is a master bedroom up here, right? So we've just got the big sliding windows. But if you actually constructed more of a deck there or a iron stairway to go up to the ceramic tile roof and, you know, customized a little raised perch up there, you would definitely have sea view from the roof. I mean, just standing on the roof, you'd be able to see the ocean really clear. So yeah, something could be done if we end up buying a place, but not that big a deal. I've removed a satellite dish here, and I've got this nice pole, Sue Rowan. You see that? It's already bolted to the slab down there, and something really big, maybe an antique USA product of some kind, could be attached to another pole. and it's stuck up there. And then the main road that goes to the beach from the Payun Beach all the way to downtown Chang, right at the main intersection there at the big Chinese market, right? It's a pizza company, and so right out to Sukhumvit all the way to Payun Beach is this road. Very busy because a lot of people working at Mataput, big industrial area, really busy in the morning. So if we set up a stall and we're selling hot, breakfast sandwiches, we probably sell out. So anyway, great road, right? So from that main road, you would be able to see that, Sue. What you're talking about possibly bringing me, if I put that up there and I got a really heavy gauge base pole to work with, right? So that'll let you know where I'm thinking about putting that. But we overlook this cassava field, gets harvested I think twice a year. Those are eucalyptus trees there, and they grow really, really fast down at the end of the village. So that's your morning deck here, and of course this is one of the spare bedrooms. And trying to get an asparagus bed going here. I really want to get my asparagus bed going, but it's been a little rough. And we got the asparagus seeds, but I can't get the actual roots. And in the States, we would just, go to the garden shop and get the roots and put them down there, and there you go. But here, all I could find was the seeds, and I had a little tough time getting them germinated. But yeah, most of you have seen the yard. We're not watering as much right now. We got a lot of overcast, hazy days, so we got a lot of built-in Bermuda grass. Now you can get good fescue sod here, really cheap, but the Bermuda I think is even better. So it's taken a lot of work over 14 months with the push mower and the bagger, but yeah, we're not worried about some of the little dry areas, because I mean you can let it completely die and it'll come back. That's what we did the first year. Last year we didn't water anything, right? It had a lot of crabgrass and everything else. We just let it all go brown, but it came back. So anyway, that's kind of a view of that. And Jake, what are you doing here? Get your butt outside. You're not supposed to be in the house. That's one of the spare bedrooms. Downstairs, outside. Crazy dog. The other spare bedroom, which is / Buddha room, and there's the front balcony, of course. Give you a little walk through here. Namien got all kinds of herbs going up here. With some lemongrass. She's changed them out several times. So yeah, this is the other bedroom, and there's the good viewpoint of the big jungle area that's opposite our house, right? There's nobody living on that property. It's like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 lots. There are monkeys and all kinds of beautiful birds. And then we've got this long pathway here with a big storage unit. A lot of people don't have the storage unit, so they have a big upper deck area right here. They could put a table and chairs. I'm kind of glad we got the storage unit. As you can see some of the other houses there. I believe we're the only one that had the storage unit. This might have been the model home because it's the first 2-story as you enter the village, so it might have been built model home. But anyway, there's a little bit more walkthrough, and then we'll close this one out. This morning, Friday, February the 9th. Get your butt downstairs. Huh? Outside. Morning, Namien. Morning. Live stream YouTube. Go on. Out. You're gonna get your butt in trouble. Huh? Oh, gosh. Oh, she's thickened up now. She's cooling off. That is some real deal old family recipe Kansas City barbecue sauce. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? Get a bonage. First batch, guys. Very first batch. Baby. Not quite cooled off yet. Getting close, about ready to jar. So that was a big project this morning. The first batch always is. And you really can't taste all the intricacies until after you let it cool, put it in the fridge overnight, and then bring it out the next day and heat it up and eat it with some meat, right? Hey, I don't know what your problem is about thinking you get to come in and out, but that's not going to happen, mister. You can go in and out of the office, but that's it. Huh? What's wrong with you this morning? Anybody heard of this dog? Who are you? Nobody knows you in Thailand. Are you a Thailand dog? Yeah. You're not famous or anything, are you? Did somebody hit you with a dart in the hind end? Huh? That was mean, wasn't it? But I bet you're happy about it now, aren't you? Oh, soft beds, family, and got your own house, plenty of food. We just gave them all the edible insecticide. It's really the best product. It's expensive, right? It's like, you know, $15 for one dog. But yeah, stick that stuff in a piece of chicken, let them eat that, and it really does a great job on the bugs here. We gave one to our soy dog, Dally, the Dalmatian looking dog. We gave one to her too. She had ticks and everything like God. You know, ours, you know, get occasionally start scratching a little bit, but now they are clear to go. You have such a regal face, Dan. There you do. Tell everybody life's good. Life's good. No big problems. No big problems. I'm still gun shy. I don't really like people reaching towards me or anything like that. But, in fact, have you got a long eyebrow going? Oh, it's Buddha-ish day. I forgot. Yep. Now I'm gonna go to the temple this morning. I forgot. Are you not going? Okay. All right. Well, say hello. She just woke up. I don't like to talk to anybody when I wake up. Got coffee. So anyway, guys, this is the setup out here. Got me lots of smoking wood. Not going to tell you what kind they are. Not going to tell you anything. But they come from Thailand. And yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Recipe book there. Gram scale, of course. Accuracy is critical. And lots of products there that you know of, and some that you don't know of. I've got every kind of, you name a dry spice, I've got it. Okay? Yeah, that's what I said. I don't care. Mustard, cumin, coriander. What are you talking about? I got it all. All right? Got it all. So, yeah, got some amazing charcoal here too. I'm not going to tell you what kind of tree that's made from, but it is an exclusive charcoal here in Thailand. I mean, you probably get it in other parts of the world, but it'd be very, very expensive. Anyway, guys, I am going to close it out. That is pretty much a wrap here at the open mic. Like I say, we're slow and methodical, and I appreciate the desire for breakfast. When are you going to put breakfast out? But I think everybody can understand if you watch this live stream what I got going on. And once you get something established, then it's just rinse and repeat after that, right? I mean, the book will be full of the recipes. Nam, you don't know how to make the sauce. Nina's going to be involved. We got another person that's going to be involved. If we rent a little place and set up a canopy and start doing some off-property sales, like, you know, barbecue stand or a breakfast sandwich shop, you know, you're going to know and all. But down the road, right now, slow, methodical, and, you know, it's all part-time. I don't want to do anything full-time. I don't want anything to feel like I actually have a job anymore in Thailand. This is fun for me. This takes me back to my roots. I love cooking. I always have. I think it's one of the greatest arts in the world. I have respect for all kinds of culinary artists, you know, and there's people that have a lot more expertise on, you know, global foods than I do. I'm kind of restricted to an entree kind of guy and a southern cooking kind of guy, and barbecue and smoked meats. That's always been, I mean, I can cook anything, but yeah, my knowledge is right here. This is I should be able to produce things that people are going to want to buy and then buy again, right? I've always said, when it comes to food, it either sells itself or it doesn't. That's the end of that story, right? Now, if you're a retail shop, you got to throw in customer service and, you know, cleanliness and eye appeal and all the other things that go into retail. But if you're a food seller, you know, like this kind of gig, it's the food either sells itself or it doesn't. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to close it out. We got another full day, but you know, we're pretty much staying at home. I mean, we got bushes to trim and, you know, things to do like that, but yeah, slow and methodical. All right, guys, closing it up. So we will see you on the next video, and just so you know, that whole everyday purpose, when I got a big spike on one Santa Claus went to the kindergarten, that was as close as we've ever been to a viral video, and it's not viral by any means. To me, viral would be, you know, over 200,000-300,000 views. From there up to 1 million views, then you could say, wow, I had a fun. Santa Claus was like 30,000 views, but it did create a lot of traffic into the channel. A lot of the old videos, like apartment, sea view apartment video, went from a few to 7,000 views. So, you know, there was stuff that brought people in. So, you know, it was good. But overall, you know, we're just a small channel. It's not like we're going to get a lot of help from YouTube, right? So we don't care about that. We what you guys were talking about earlier with the family feel that we have and chips, chat, and through commenting on videos, right? Like Sue Rowan to you. I mean, they're like pretty good friends, and they would have never known each other if they hadn't have both been kind of long-time viewers of the channel, right? So there's a lot of that. York, Tyron, you know, people talk to each other. So it's not about us just being the family because we're the uploaders. It's about the audience that's been around so long, right? So that's what's important to us. You know, it was nice to see we got 30,000 views on one of the Santa Claus videos. I'm not gonna lie, that was great, right? It was great, and we got a lot of good feedback about that video because I had to do a lot of time lapse so you could actually experience all of the kindergarten children sitting on Santa Claus' lap, because otherwise it'd have been a 3-hour video. But I tried to do it where it's all inclusive, right? And anyway, you know, that's good shit. You know, who knows? We might one time get it, but as for now, I'm not going to do all that daily content that I was doing. That's why I was putting out all that daily content right after that one went pretty big and we had a lot of new people, because when they subscribe, a lot of them put their notifications on, and boom, a new video from Triple T, 4K, new in 4K, right? So there's a lot of stuff coming out right after that. But we'll go back down 1 or 2 videos a week and keep bringing you some live streams. All right, guys, peace and love to everyone, including you, and you, and you, and you. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching from the open mic. Yeah, that's right. We are business. Just because we're not selling yet, we are business. All right, guys? Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And if I missed anything in the chat, my apologies. Just a spontaneous live stream. You know how we do. We don't plan these things. We just do them. Yeah, Jake's in big trouble, Sue. Asparagus is tough, isn't it? Yeah, it's tough to get started from the seeds, man. It's pretty easy back home. We always had asparagus beds back home. You just buy the roots, right? You put them in the dirt, and there they go, you know. Spread the roots out. But I can't find them here in Thailand. Starting them from seed, difficult. Thank you, York. Thank you, everybody. ATB was in the house. Rana, Tyron. I don't know if I missed anybody, but if I did, I appreciate you tuning in. And if you didn't comment, Jimmy Crackcorn, we don't care. You don't have to comment, right? Watch what you want to watch. If you're interested in the, you know, Kansas City style barbecue, right? So this is really, really authentic, guys. This is my roots. Now, a lot of things are different because I don't have the same woods, right? All of the different hardwoods and fruit woods that I had in Kansas City, but you know, it's the same processes, same recipes and that kind of stuff. So anyway, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, stay tuned to the channel. You know, there's a lot of content on here regarding cooking. There's a playlist, cooking at the open mic. We're going to show a lot of the cooking processes. We're not going to give away recipes, but we'll be taking you along on some uploads of, you know, the cooking process, the vacuum seal, you know, obviously that's part of marketing the business. So we want you guys to see that stuff. All right, baby, I'll sign out. Good enough, good enough. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a great day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever it is where you are. Appreciate it. We feel very fortunate here in Thailand to be where we're at right now. We love our. Yeah, they're setting off fireworks all over today, baby.
Today,
Yeah.
Tomorrow, holiday.
Yeah. So, you know, I've said before, when we rented this house and it had this big lot and, you know, a big garage bay, and it's just, I feel like I'm back in the States for the first time, because I've always had a big yard, and, you know, I'm a craftsman. I can use a lot of different tools, whether it's, you know, auto mechanic or construction. I mean, I got to have my tools and my nuts and my washers, and so I feel like I'm set up like, you know, like I'm living in the States, because I got a yard, you know, I got room to do stuff, I got a nice garage bay with all, you know, I like doing my own stuff, you know, my own gardening and building my own little stuff. So it's just, I've always done that. We got compost over here, we got stinky bag, all about nature and taking care of the house, and we feel really fortunate, guys. I mean, Namian and I have lived in 5 different provinces, and, you know, for several years I was teaching there, and we just lived in small little bungalows and stuff. We were never particular, but after all this time, it's just a beautiful property. And even if we do nothing but rent for another 5-10 years, I mean, who cares, right? You've got your cost of living built into your budget, and that's the way it is. But, you know,